Let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals losing against a 6-9, well, now a 6-9 San Francisco 49ers team. The Arizona Cardinals had the opportunity to make playoffs. They had their own destiny laid out in their hands. And what did they do? They ended up letting it slip out of their hands. Typical Arizona Cardinals, typical Arizona sports fashion. Let's go ahead and dive into it here deeper, guys. Let's go ahead and roll that intro. Guys, welcome back into another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Happy 5K subscribers, guys. I am super stoked that we ended up knocking this goal out of the park. I was trying to hope to get this goal by the end of the season, so we went ahead and got 5K subscribers, and we have one game left, so that's pretty awesome. So definitely go ahead and consider dropping a like on this video and making sure that you subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan here for more Arizona sports content. Definitely make sure that you put that post notification bell on as well, just so you're aware when we go live and we go ahead and drop the next video. The Arizona Cardinals ended up losing against the San Francisco 49ers, and it was obvious that the energy matchup wasn't there. Now, we've seen this trend before multiple times in the season. If you're a first-time Arizona Cardinal watcher and you really wanted to keep your eyes on this game and you're really looking and saying, wow, that's crazy that the Arizona Cardinals lost to the San Francisco 49ers. It's not that crazy for an Arizona Cardinal fan that's constantly watching all 16 games during the season. It's not that crazy. That's the trend that we've been seeing here. We're losing to the teams that we should be beating, and we're winning against the teams that people don't really give us a chance, to win that game. That's the trend. So the trap game is what a lot of people kept saying here. Watch out, San Francisco 49ers might come and beat you guys. What ended up happening? The Arizona Cardinals came out flat. The defense couldn't stop what Kyle Shanahan was doing to this defense up and down the field. Pitch here, pitch there, run up the middle. It seemed like Kyle Shanahan did everything he possibly can to move the ball down the field, and he did a very good job in building a game plan to take down this Arizona Cardinal defense and Arizona Cardinal offense. Now, you want to also give a shout out to Saleh. I believe that's their defensive coordinator. Did a very good job with Kyler Murray and containing them and whatever the situation, what it is. Now, any hopes of playoffs is still there. There is a light at the end of the tunnel that can possibly very well be playoffs for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the only problem with this whole situation is now the Arizona Cardinals' chances of playoffs is now no longer in their hands. Their destiny is no longer written of what they're able to do because they squandered any opportunity that they possibly could get. Now, let me go ahead and explain this here. Now, this weekend we have the Jaguars versus the Chicago Bears. Now, if you don't know already, the Jaguars have a perfect opportunity to land Trevor Lawrence, first overall pick in the NFL draft. I do not think they're going to win this game. I absolutely don't. I think the Chicago Bears are going to win, but like I said before, any given Sunday will be surprised. Who knows? I'm not going to go ahead and take a bet and say that the Jaguars will beat the Chicago Bears, but that's where we're sitting at right now. This is what the Arizona Cardinals team put out this Saturday. Defensively, couldn't stop them. We really couldn't. I mean, there are some clutch things that happened. We have Hassan Reddick getting a sack. We got multiple sacks on CJ Beathard. But the truth of the matter here, CJ Beathard took care of things that needed to take care of. George Kittle was on a snap count, and he got over 70 yards. Amazing. Got to give him kudos for that, and give kudos to Kyle Shanahan and whatever he schemed up. But right now that a lot of people are losing hope that playoffs are no longer in the foresight of the Arizona Cardinals, now we're sitting here. We're sitting in the blame game. We're asking who is to blame for this loss against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, every time we reach adversity, there's a bunch of people reaching out to me on social media, on my Instagram, all that different stuff. There's people that are team Kyler Murray, and then there's also people that are team Cliff Kingsbury. Now, whether you say it's their fault or his fault, it seems to be split down the middle right now. Maybe there's a lot more people on Kyler Murray's side because, he's going to be our franchise quarterback. And a lot of people are just kind of tired of Cliff Kingsbury's stuff at this point. But here's the thing. If you're going to ask me right now who's to blame, if I would pick A or pick B, honestly, I would pick both. I think both of them do not have the ability to adjust when they're punched in the mouth. We've seen this time and time again with Cliff Kingsbury. Whenever there's a defense out there that he can't seem to figure out, he can't adjust. He absolutely can't. Or when he does it absolutely too late. And this is the cause right now. It seemed like our offense trying to get going at the end of the third. In the fourth quarter, we're trying to get going a little too late, and it happens time and time again. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying out there, don't fire Cliff Kingsbury. We need to get him an offensive coordinator. I'm right there with you. I'm the one who actually stated that getting Cliff Kingsbury an offensive coordinator is probably the best option at this point. I would hate to scrap what we have accomplished right now and starting over. I'm right there with you. I do think that we need to get some help for Cliff Kingsbury. I do feel like it's way too much and it's over his head. On the other side of the coin, why I do blame Kyler Murray is because he definitely did some questionable things during this game. Throwing that interception, having that game put in the hands of Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk dropped the ball in the end zone, had a perfect touchdown, almost there, drops it. Now, this is not the first time Christian Kirk has done this, and this is not the first time I have given stuff to Christian Kirk. I've said this multiple times. He is not a number 2 wide receiver. He's not a number 2 wide receiver. I wanted CeeDee Lamb in the 2020 NFL draft. I'm glad we got Isaiah Simmons, but I don't feel like we're getting enough productivity to say we got him for the first round. Yes, we're seeing him out there. Yes, he's shining. Yes, he's developing. But at this point into the season, it's really obvious that we need some wide receiver help. DeAndre Hopkins can't do it alone. Larry Fitzgerald's at the verge of retiring. Dan Arnold seems to be a pretty awesome tight end, but he drops the balls that are thrown to him at key moments. Now, I know he's getting hit pretty hard when this happens. I'm not going to sit here and say I could have made that catch. But the thing is that I'm not being paid millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to catch the ball. This coming draft, we need to focus on DB, defensive line, and maybe a wide receiver. That's something that we need to do from here on out, is what I really do think that we can look into. Going back and talking a little bit about Kyler Murray here. Kyler Murray has been made very questionable decisions. Now, there was also a 2-point conversion that he was trying to convert by throwing it over to DeAndre Hopkins and made a very, very bad low pass to DeAndre Hopkins. Now, DeAndre Hopkins has the mitts on him. If it's too low, if it's too this way, too that way, he has an ability to adjust. It's obvious that it was a very, very bad throw from Kyler Murray because he threw it pretty much way too low. It was right before DeAndre Hopkins was even ready for the ball to come his way. The way that this Cardinal offense can thrive and get better is when he's using his legs out there. And we saw that here during this game. I think at one point he was taking this game in his own hands, but he also did miss some very, very big throws as well. Whether you want to say it's the throw to the DeAndre Hopkins that was trying to convert that third down. There was another read where Christian Kirk was wide open. If he just gave it 1 or 2 more seconds, he could have been open. That's the stuff that Kyler Murray isn't seeing right now. He can develop. He absolutely can develop. This is his second year in the NFL. We can definitely get to that level. The only situation is right now, who do I blame? I blame both. Absolutely. None of them are not at fault right now. We need to get better as an organization. Can we hit playoffs? Anything is still possible. We have a minimal chance at making playoffs. If everything goes our way, we possibly can. But this team does not deserve to go to the playoffs. We had an opportunity here. We had it in our hands, and we let the situation squander the opportunity. The way we run things here in the Arizona Cardinal organization is we allow other teams to dictate what we can do. We don't take this opportunity and seize it. That apparently that's not what we do. We allow another team to say, hey, do you want that playoff spot? Because if so, if you don't, then we'll allow you to lose. And if not, we'll sneak in. This is not a playoff team. Even if somehow they sneak into it, they'll be gone by the first round, maybe second round, if that. Now, I'm not saying they're Super Bowl teams. I'm not saying they're a Super Bowl team. Now, if I could say one thing here, I'm really happy that we're even in playoff contention, that we're in the playoff hunt, because we are better than we were the year prior. We're better than the Josh Rosen years. So that's definitely good. We got to go ahead and take that to consideration as well. But we had the opportunity. Just could not seize the opportunity to make sure that we were the ones that were going to dictate if we can go to the playoffs or not. All right, guys, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What was the downfall of this game? I know you could probably pick a lot of different things, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Put some comments below. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, and that's all I got.